Hi, Mike Brookfield here. Welcome to the Blues Show, Season 3, Episode 4. So we've been checking out a different key every week, different style, different tempo. And that was a blues in E. I hope you enjoyed that. There's a free backing track for that if you want to send me an email to mikebrookfield@mac.com and I'll send that on to you. So blues in E. Always handy to have a backing track for that, isn't it? You know, probably one of the most popular keys on the guitar, of course. So what we've been doing week after week is just I've been writing ahead and I've been kind of showing you what I did within that head, and I've been soloing to a particular concept which kind of puts limitations on what I can do. So this week it's all about kind of chopping between chords and single lines. So it's kind of on a slow blues like this, it will be easy just to kind of be ripping all the time, and it doesn't really make a lot of musical sense just to be doing that. It's fun to do, but maybe not so fun to listen to because it ends up being just a little bit notey. So and you could argue that this is notey anyway, but I suppose having more chordal stuff in there does help it to have a bit more kind of structure. So and I suppose stylistically it's probably a little bit more like, you know, like Danny Gatton would use a lot of kind of chordal stuff and sophisticated kind of jazz harmony, and he would be the master of working in that kind of stuff. So it's probably a little bit more along those lines. Although it's not as brilliantly done as Danny Gatton, it's kind of in that kind of territory where we're using things like ninths and 13ths on the chord to give the dominant seventh chords a little bit more of a lush kind of almost jazzy texture. So shall I start going through it? Why not? Let's crack into it. So it goes, it starts off with a turnaround, like we've done this before, where we're blues in E, so it starts on the 5 chord to the 4 chord to the 1, so you've got like a B to an A to the E. So we're doing this, we're going... So that's just a fancy way of playing B and A. So I'm hammering into the 3rd of B, and then I'm playing this voicing of a B7, which contains a 9th and a 13th. So there would be the root, which the bass is playing. So you get that kind of sound. So it's a kind of an interesting... And then we've got this kind of like theme which goes... which is... But I'm playing it with chords, so I'm doing this thing, and then the Hendrix chord, and then a normal E7, and then I come down, and it's like a little turnaround to the beat, and then the head starts. So it starts off with the, this is an E9, and then to that's an E9 as well, but that's the one that you get in Hideaway, isn't it? So... and then to an E9 like that. So you've got 3 E9s. And then we do this rundown on the theme, but it's based on the A chord. Because in the second bar of blues it goes to the A in the key of E. So I'll play that from the beginning, so you've got... And then we're back to the E. And then we're into the A chord. So we're going to play the same top line, but we have to do it with an A chord. So I've got this A7 sus to an A9 to an A with a 9th and a 13. And then we do the same line as we did before on the A. So I'll play that bit. So and then we go back to the E. So we've got this, and then so using a single line and then lower. And then we've got our turnaround again. thing on E. And then you've got, you know, that's the main head. I'll do that all the way through with the intro. So. And then to the A chord. And turn around. You can hear, see I'm doing that. Which is really fast and quite difficult to do, but it's kind of a nice little bluesy turn, isn't it? And then when I was soloing, I've got 2 choruses of that blues to solo on. And what I said, I decided, or the restrictions I put on myself was, you have to play 2 bars of chords and then 2 bars of soloing. So I started off with 2 bars of chords, and I'm kind of doing... And Clapton does this a lot. This isn't exactly what I play, but in the ballpark. Now we're on bar 5 where it goes to the A chord, so I can play some A's. A13. That's still an A7 chord, and then back to E. Then the turnaround, you got a B. Into the A. Solo. So that alternating between the 2 bars of chords and soloing is actually quite tricky. You really have to stay on your toes to try and keep that that structure. It's easy just to drop the ball and let that kind of go out the window and just end up whittling around or just playing chords for too long. And it's a skill that you need to kind of practice, and something that I had to concentrate quite hard on when I was doing the performance element of this lesson. So not easy, but it really helps you. It helps ingrain those changes in your head, so you can anticipate when the chord changes are coming up, and that's going to make your soloing better, because, like Joe Pass said, when the chord changes, you change. You know, and he probably meant that as a double whammy. That's like, you know, you change what you play, but maybe emotionally you kind of change with the changes, you know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, email me at mybrookfields@mac.com, and I can send on this backing track for you. And it's good fun, this. I'm really enjoying it. Please give some feedback and subscribe. Share on different platforms if you're digging it. And I'll do my best to kind of keep it going. Keep it burning out there, and I'll speak to you soon.